if you are suddenly asked to do a lot more work, your job scope totally changed, or your job scope suddenly double or triple without getting paid more, do you think that's a constructive dismissal?
My name is Louis Liao. I'm an employment lawyer and a principal at Louis Liao Chambers.
If an employee is assigned 2 roles that were not part of their original job scope but continues to receive 1 salary, would this be considered a breach of a fundamental term of employment contract? Good question. Possible. If you are suddenly asked to do a lot more work, your job scope totally changed, or your job scope suddenly double or triple, and without getting paid more, it is possible for you to claim for constructive dismissal. But it's not going to be an easy one, because probably your contracts will have some clause that says that the company can assign you different role, can transfer you a different role, can assign you more tasks when the circumstances required. So it's possible, but it will not be an easy one. If change of job scope redeployed to something they think they don't have the skills, that similarly it's possible. Depends how the contract is drafted, depends how big is the change of the job scope. So for example, let's say my employment law firm. This lawyer joins my firm thinking that they can do employment law work. But suddenly we got some cases, some clients come to me and say that, oh, I have this contract issue, or I have this family issue. And this client may be a very good friend or a family member. So I ask my staff to handle this family law case. They handle this contract case. It's not employment case. It is different from their expected job because they come in thinking to do employment work. So it's slightly different job scope. But does it amount to a breach that is so fundamental that goes to the root of the contract? The answer is no, because you're still doing legal work. And I'm not totally changing. I'm just asking you to do something different temporarily. It's just part of your additional responsibility. So it's not a fundamental breach of the contract. But let's say I ask this employee, you don't do any legal work. You're so useless, you don't do any legal work. You just become a janitor. You clean our table, clean our toilet, clean our rubbish. That's all you do. So even though he's a lawyer, she joined a firm as a lawyer, but because I think that he's not performing, I ask him, don't be a lawyer, you just become a cleaner. I still pay you the same salary. Do you think that's a constructive dismissal? Of course that is constructive dismissal, because it's a change of job scope that is so fundamental that it goes to the root of the contract. Okay, it's a breach of contract that is so fundamental. I contract to do this work. It's such a big breach that is so fundamental, then I can sue for constructive dismissal.